Ever been stuck in traffic on a sweltering day, only to realize your car's air conditioning is stuck blowing hot air? Or maybe you press all the buttons, but the vents refuse to change direction? That's right, your blend door actuator might be throwing a tantrum, but don't worry, you don't need a mechanic to calm it down. In fact, you can fix it yourself, and I'm going to show you how. The power is in your hands, literally. Picture this. You're in your car, cruising down the highway, feeling the sun beat down, and suddenly, bam! Hot air from the AC hits you in the face. You adjust the settings, but nothing changes. You try switching the vent direction, but it stays stuck on defrost. Now, you're left to stew in your frustration. Sounds like the HVAC system's blend door actuator has gone rogue. But here's the good news. You don't need to pay a mechanic for this fix. In fact, you can reset it all by yourself in just a few minutes. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to do it without breaking the bank or getting your hands too dirty. What is a blend door actuator anyway? Alright, let's start with a bit of basic knowledge. A blend door actuator is a small but crucial part of your car's climate control system. Its job is to control how the air is directed through the car's vents and how hot or cold that air is. If the actuator malfunctions, you could end up with hot air blowing in the winter or a vent that refuses to move, no matter how much you fiddle with the buttons. Now, while this might sound like a major issue, it's often just a matter of recalibrating the actuator. And good news, this fix is so simple, you won't even need a fancy toolkit to get the job done. Let's dive in. Step 1. Turn off the vehicle properly. Yes, you have to do this. Before we start messing with wires and electronics, the first thing you need to do is turn off the car. You may think, oh, I'll just turn the key back and keep going. But that's not the case. You'll need to turn everything off properly. If your car has a traditional key, just turn it to the off position and pull the key out. For push-button start cars, press the button once without touching the brake pedal. This ensures that all systems, especially the HVAC, shut down completely. But here's the fun part. Once the car is off, wait a minute. And no, I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan of waiting, it's actually important. During this short pause, the vehicle's internal systems will have a moment to settle down and reset. You might even hear a few clicks or mechanical sounds as the system powers down. Trust me, it's all normal. Step 2. Disconnect the battery. Okay, this sounds scary, but hear me out. Now comes the part that might sound a bit more intimidating, disconnecting the battery. But don't worry, this isn't as bad as it seems, and it's highly recommended for a successful reset. To do this, open your car's hood, find the battery, and use a wrench to loosen the nut on the negative terminal, the black cable with the minus sign. Once loosened, carefully slide the cable off and move it aside. Let it sit for about 2-3 minutes. Why bother? Disconnecting the battery clears out any electrical errors in the HVAC system's memory. It gives the whole system a fresh start, which makes it much more likely that the blend door actuator will recalibrate correctly. I get it, messing with a car battery can feel like a bad idea, but I promise you, it's safe and easy. If you're uncomfortable doing this, just skip it, but I highly recommend giving it a shot for a smoother reset. Step 3. Turn the ignition to on without starting the engine. No, you can't start driving yet. Alright, now that your car is turned off and the battery is disconnected or not, let's power things back up, but hold off on actually starting the engine. Insert your key and turn the ignition to the on position, but do not start the engine. If you've got a push-button start, just press the button once without stepping on the brake. This step is crucial because it activates the vehicle's electronic systems, including the HVAC system, without starting the engine. The blend door actuator will now begin searching for calibration signals, so don't press any buttons, not yet. Step 4. Let's get the calibration party started, HVAC style. Now that your vehicle is in the on position, it's time to start the magic process, recalibration. Your goal is to help the blend door actuator reset its range, so it knows how hot or cold it needs to go and where it needs to send that air. Here's what you need to do. Turn all HVAC controls off. No fan, no temperature changes, no AC, nothing. Set the fan speed to the lowest setting. Slowly turn the temperature knob from full cold to full hot, and then back again. You'll want to do this in a slow and steady motion. This helps the system understand the limits of the temperature range. While you're doing this, you might hear some faint clicking or whirring sounds behind the dash. Don't panic! That's just the actuator doing its thing, moving into place. After you've done this a couple of times, don't touch anything. Just leave the system alone for a minute. Trust the process. This pause allows the actuator to complete its self-calibration. It's like giving it a quiet moment to meditate after all the adjusting. Step 5. Time for the system to relearn. Sit back and relax. You've done the hard work, so now all you have to do is give the system a few minutes to settle. Let it sit for about 2-3 minutes while the actuator finishes recalibrating. During this time, the vehicle's HVAC system is doing some behind-the-scenes work, figuring out its full range of motion. You might hear more faint clicks or movement from behind the dash. Don't touch a single button. This step is key. If you interrupt the system during this time, you could have to start the process over. So sit tight, grab a coffee, and let the magic happen. Step 6. Restart the vehicle and test your success, the moment of truth. The waiting is finally over. It's time to finish the reset and see if all your efforts paid off. First, turn the ignition off completely and wait about 10 seconds. This gives the vehicle's system time to finalize the actuator's new position. Then, start the engine like normal. Now, for the fun part. Test it out. Slowly adjust the temperature dial from cold to hot and check for smooth changes. Next, switch between vent modes, floor, defrost, and test the fan speed from low to high. If everything adjusts smoothly and you don't hear any strange noises like clicking or grinding, you've successfully reset your blend door actuator. Give yourself a high five. This was a job well done. What if it still doesn't work? Okay, so maybe you've done everything right, but your HVAC system is still playing tricks on you. What's the deal? Well, in some cases, the actuator might be physically damaged or stuck. If that's the case, you'll need to replace the actuator. But before you panic, keep in mind that most of the time, this simple reset will work. So, before you rush to the mechanic, try this DIY fix and save yourself a trip and a hefty repair bill. Why DIY is the best way to go. There you have it. With just a few simple steps, you've successfully reset your car's blend door actuator and avoided a trip to the mechanic. Not only did you save money, but you also learned a valuable skill that will come in handy next time your HVAC system starts acting up. And hey, if it didn't work, at least you gave it your best shot, and you now know exactly what to do if the actuator ever needs to be replaced. So, next time your AC is blowing hot air and your vents are stuck on defrost, you'll be ready to take control. Who knew car repairs could be this easy, right? Share the knowledge. If this video helped you out, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend who might be having the same HVAC problems. And if you've got any questions or tips of your own, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Stay cool, stay savvy, and remember, with a little patience and a few simple tools, you've got this, no mechanic required. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more car maintenance tips and tricks. Your car and your wallet will thank you.